everybody. Welcome back to the Virtuosos. Jules and Damian here, and welcome back, Skyler. Last year, we gave y'all a bunch of futures, you know what I'm saying, a couple weeks for the season. Me and Skyler both won Josh Allen MVP, and if you took that by itself, from all of us combined, you would have made money. No matter what. No matter what you did, you would have made money. But Damon also gave y'all, Derek Carr under, he died. So stuff like that, if he can predict shit like that, then it's hard to say we not making out money. Damian had Marvin Harrison Jr. props. Those hit, you know what I'm saying? I had Bijan Robinson over. I probably had the worst line. I think I used underdog's line. It was like 1075. He cleared that. So I'm like, we gave y'all a lot of money last year. You know what I'm saying? If you put $10 on every bet, you would have came up. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. We might not have a Josh Allen pick this year because Josh Allen, we was banging on the table for him last year. Banging on the table for Josh Allen. Somebody was banging on the table for Jalen Hurts. It was mad quiet. It was like, you know what I'm saying? It was hitting it, but you couldn't hear it. But it's certain things that you could do here. And making money is one of the things we care about. Is football season and making money. We correlate that to one. There is money to be made. And if y'all paid attention throughout the year, season-long picks, Damon went like 150 and 9. You know what I'm saying? He had 9 round picks. So think about shit like that. If y'all want to make money, text Damon every day on his Instagram,
not every
on his
week,
TikTok,
every day.
on his Facebook, everything he got. Text him everywhere.
When 2K puts out the pick'ems for VC, hit him up.
Hit him up. He has y'all. He got y'all. And he's buying somebody 2K. So whoever likes this video, you're into the giveaway. Damon's gonna buy you 2K. $150 version. He's gonna buy it for you.
I got you.
So I'm going to like the video, and I'm gonna block all y'all from like.
I'm making mad fake accounts.
Spamming my likes up, but we are here to make some money. 2025 season. It's coming up 2 weeks. Preseason kind of lined up a little bit better this year because we got a little bit of time before the season to actually bet. I feel like we're kind of rushing last year. Kind of got a good little spot where we actually do have about maybe 11 days between the end of preseason to the start of the NFL season. We are starting off with the Eagles, the defending champions, against the Cowboys, and that's going to be a huge game. We're all going to be betting on that game. But there are season-long futures, and odds are odds. But trust me, the futures, I feel like, I don't know, they was hitting last year so crazy, I might be done with the week-to-week betting. Because the way they was hitting the way week-to-week betting was last year compared to my futures, I'm about to delete my account.
I made money off multiple futures. I hit one weekly bet last year.
September 5th, and it's crazy. I hit on the first game, and I never hit.
I made good money that first game. Everybody did.
Week.
Everybody made crazy money that first week. It was a wrap.
I think we as a group, we came like 4,000.
Literally.
I think I lost 4,000.
I bet 4,000 for myself the rest of the season. Lost it all.
Lost all that shit, man. But, overall, happy to be doing stuff like this because it's always good to make other people money and give y'all any information. People been asking me when we're going to do the futures video, like, yo, just chill. Whenever Skyler get time to come on the show, y'all have to be patient. You know what I'm saying? And when Damon want to give away 2K, that's when we're going to line it up. We're going to line it all up for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So we'll start off with Damian, like we did last time. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go in order. How were we feeling? Damian, you kick us off. What's one prop you feeling? You know what I'm saying? One of your favorites.
I guess I'll start off with this one. I was just talking to Skyler about it before. I'm really big on George Pickens this year, and his line is set. I got it on FanDuel at 900.5. It is on BetMGM for 875.5.
Yeah.
So I don't use their platform. If that's a platform you guys are on, I'm really big on George Pickens this year. He was already super talented in Pittsburgh with really bad quarterback play. Led the league in receptions yards per reception last year. Clearly big playability, and now he's going to a Dallas offense with no run game and a heavy passing attack. Dak Prescott has shown that he could support multiple receivers in that category with yards wise, and I think this kind of helps with the fact he's also playing next to Ceedee Lamb. It's also the best wide receiver he's ever played next to in his career. Obviously, Ceedee Lamb is still the alpha there. Nothing's going to change with that. But I do think having somebody like Pickens and Pickens playing on the outside primarily is going to be huge. Yeah. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how their offense operates. But that's one of my early ones that I really like is Pickens going over on his yards.
Yeah, we'll talk about that offense probably throughout this video.
Yeah.
I don't want to give away too much. But I'll let Damon go because he's the negative Nancy. So if y'all don't like players,
I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna start off with a positive one. On DraftKings, NFC West division winner, I got the LA Rams plus 195. I think their defense, especially their D-line, is like damn near probably the best in the league. Matthew Stafford did come back to practice today. Like, I don't know if I'd have been saying that. If
he's dead.
You know what I mean? If Matthew Stafford plays, I got them winning the division. I think it's just too many question marks with the other teams. The Niners, wide receivers, who's going to step up, and then Kittle and McCaffrey are injury prone. Arizona are younger, and Seattle, this is their first year together, new regimen. So I think the Rams have the least amount of questions to answer, best defense out of the bunch, and damn near, I guess, best quarterback too. So I'm gonna give it to the Rams for the NFC West.
Yeah, Rams are tough, man. I mean, you were banging on the table last week saying they're probably going to make Super Bowl pick on, like, basically at this point. Can't be mad at it. Jared verse, the way he played at towards the end of last season.
Yeah. He showed why he was the first round.
It's looking exactly how it's supposed to be looking for them right now. Post Aaron Donald, who would have thought they would have recovered this fast? You know what I'm saying? They never stopped, though, realistically.
Yeah.
They rebuilt their D-line in one draft. I mean, Kobe Turner, I know they took Turner, I think the year before when Donald retired, but getting Fisk and Verse back-to-back like that. And Verse, like I said, Verse's numbers don't even jump out the page because he had so many pressures that didn't result in sacks. Yeah. So imagine if he was just able to take on the quarterback on a couple more of those.
That's that rookie shit. Like, yeah. I just can't. I'm gonna slowly just start.
And then they say once it translates, once those pressures that he had turns into sacks, it's gonna be scary as hell.
For me, so more so, I'm looking at like this. Like usually, I'm not like too into the stars, but man, Jahmyr Gibbs. I think the lowest I see his line was 1075.5 for his rushing yards. He murdered his line last year. He's one of the best running backs in the league. I would say he's my favorite running back in the league. It's just a fun guy to watch in general. He has the breakaway ability. If you can, you know what I'm saying, put some stock into Jahmyr Gibbs. Don't worry about David Montgomery. Don't worry about, losing Ben Johnson. Talent is talent. You know what I'm saying? If you can give Jahmyr Gibbs 17 weeks basically to get 1,100 yards. Yeah. I mean, that's really something that you could see him doing because he did it last year. Exceed that number. I want to say he got like 1364 or something like that. Was like
and Montgomery was still playing most of the year.
Yeah, Montgomery, I think, played up to the Bills game. People think he got hurt earlier than that. No, he played up to the Bills
pretty
game.
far into the season.
Week 14. Yeah. So, realistically, I do think Jahmyr Gibbs has a chance to touch 1,500 yards, really. That's – if his volume just goes up just, 20, 25 carries – and he maintains, the big chunk plays that he has been getting his first 2 years. It's 10.75 is like super low. I feel like it's kind of disrespectful. Yeah. But at the same time, you can factor in an injury, missing the game. If the Lions dominate again, and they actually get a chance to take Week 18 up because they didn't last year.
Right, they had to play.
Counting, the Vikings are right on pace for them all year. Right. Who would have expected that? But realistically, the Gibbs Montgomery thing, I feel like that discrepancy is only getting wider. And they were a better team when Gibbs was the lead back. When Montgomery's out there, it's kind of like, what I'm saying, it's an ugly offense. You're really not too engaged. But when Gibbs is out there, then you kind of see like Jameson Williams gets open more, and then Marseille Brown's more effective, and then Sam Laporta's more effective, and it's like, how can you argue real snaps over, Jahmyr Gibbs right now? Yeah. So personally, I think this is a no-brainer over on Jahmyr Gibbs rushing yards this year. How you feeling, Skyler?
Yeah, those some all good picks. So I'm actually going to give you guys two lines right here. It's going to play off of Damian's initial one. I'm going to go with the over for Dak Prescott passing yards, 38.75, and then the over for Lamb's receiving yards, 11.75. Defense, terrible. Micah said he's not going to suit up for them, which makes them even worse.
That's crazy.
Like they're going to be trailing a lot of games, a lot of pass-happy game strips. They're going to be throwing the ball like crazy. They do it every year. And now we got Pickens there that can help take pressure off Lamb, give him some more free open looks. Dak going to keep just feeding him probably 8-9 targets a game for sure. And Dak, with this number, since his third year in the league, if he plays at least 15, 16 games, he clears this number. He goes over 4,000 yards every year when he's healthy. That's what they do. They're going to pass the ball a lot. They have no run game. They have no defense. They got to pass. They want to be in games at all. So if you're going to give me 38.75 on him, I'm gonna take that. Even when he's not healthy, if you look at his on pace in those seasons, he clears it. He's averaged on pace over 4,000 yards every year. And then you're gonna set Lamb at 11.75. I can see him easily getting over 1,300. We know who Lamb is. We've seen him. And now you have another guy opposite of him who can help relieve some pressure on him. I just think these numbers are just too low for a team that has no defense, no run game, that pass volume. He's probably going to be throwing the ball 35, 40 times a game. Like, they're going to have to. Especially in that division. They're going to face some good team. They're going to put up points. They got to try and match that to have a chance at all to win anything. So I just love these two overs here.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. I was like, I'd rather be the Giants than the Cowboys right now because at least you have something building with the Giants. Like with the Cowboys, if Micah's not suiting up, you're in hell for a season. You're gonna be real bad. Micah's presence is not valued, I feel like, as much as Dallas. And going against the Eagles week 1, you know what I'm saying? They already stopped the run well. So you're going to have to throw the ball. You're going to have to throw on Quinyon Mitchell. Like, obviously, like, those aren't the matches you're looking for. But you're looking for those Washington games. You're looking for those, those random Packers games that are always good or something like that. And, like you said, on pace, like, this offense overall, like, whether you pick Pickens, whether you pick Lamb, whether you pick Dak, it's like, you just place that bet and just, like, if they're healthy,
just forget about it.
You just forget about it. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of passing volume.
As long as they're on pace, bro, this is cashing like mid-December. It's This is your Christmas money. And it's basically we just all gave y'all Christmas money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Rams might clinch their division mid-December. Pickens, I ain't gonna lie, I love the Pickens line mainly because if this is the best quarter. Like when you get a quarterback upgrade that crazy,
bro, that's really my main thing.
You're trying to get paid. It's just like how like you giving me that big contract basically just off that. So
I'm getting a free year to make money.
Exactly. If I'm George Pickens, I'm cheesing. I'm sure his ass cheesing.
I know he.
I'm sure he cheesing. He had to go from good throw Kenny when it wasn't a good throw to Dak. Damn, that show's on no money. Like
I'm not worried.
And I'm about to get 12 more of those. So
I don't know what team he gonna be on next year, but shit.
He might be on the Patriots. So
he might be.
He might be on the Patriots. Damian, what's your next pick?
All right.
Because last year I was banging on saying for a lot of these, I had like Russell Wilson unders and shit.
I remember you loved that.
I was like, I
heard Dame say he's going to do Devon Achane breaking all-time single season record for rushing yards.
Yeah, I'm sure if he won
Devon Achane is on Achilles injury terror.
I'm sure if he
on
did
Achilles
that,
injury alert.
For $2 in, you get $1 million.
You would own the United States. So it's like,
put $2 in and you will retire tomorrow.
Like it'll be C4 tomorrow, but you're on the United States today.
My next pick, I'm going with Chase Brown, but I'm doing over 1,000 rushing yards. That's at plus 150, so that's good plus money. This is a guy on a high-powered offense who is going to score a lot of points. Kind of similar to the Cowboys, their defense is probably going to be lackluster again. Henderson's probably out the door. I know they signed Stewart just now, but I feel like their offense is going to be something they're constantly going to be trying to score. Chase Brown showed last year when he stepped into the starter role that he could handle that workload. He was splitting carries with Zach Moss for the first like 7 weeks of the season. Zach Moss in 2024. I'm thinking I'm looking at that
so
one.
Crazy to think about.
Like that's just so super nasty to me. That's probably my next big one that I'm high on is Chase Brown going over. Last year he finished with, let me see, where was it total?
I'm pretty sure he cleared that line.
I want to say he cleared it last year.
If he didn't clear it, he was
so
close.
He was
in those last 6 weeks.
Yeah, like he was crazy.
Like
Like it's not showing me what he finished with last year, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he cleared that. I'm pretty sure he finished with over 1,000 last year. So, or if not, very close to that. So I think his initial line is set around like high 8s, low 9s. But I like the plus money of 150 to go over 1,000. And he has no pressure on him, by the way. So P. Ryan is the second running back.
Zero.
P. Ryan and Taj Brooks.
I don't even consider P. Ryan a second.
Yeah, exactly. So I think he clears his line. I think the Bengals offense is going to be just as good as it was last year. They had no problem scoring last year and staying on the field on offense. It was all the other stuff. So that's my next one that I like.
Think about it this way: he only started 10 games last year. He had 990.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, so I thought he had almost 1,000 yards. That's what I figured.
He was very close. He caught
carries.
the ball so much. Though.
Yeah,
he had
500 receiving yards. He had 500 receiving yards last year.
Yeah,
so 229 carries. He should probably get close to 300 this year.
Yeah, so he's definitely going to clear that line. I like that for the plus money.
And then if you also think about it, it's like how many opportunities the Bengals are going to have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Plays wise.
Yeah,
he has to clear 1,000. You know what I'm saying? He was on pace to do it if he would have started the full season.
Yeah, so had he not split carries for 7 games with a lesser running back, he would have cleared that. Like we probably would have been talking about him in the 1,200 range.
Yeah, I think that's lines that we both had me and Skyler too.
Yeah, he's still from us, but it's alright.
Yeah, like I didn't want to use Chase Brown. So I'm like, I know he had Chase Brown, and you said I'm like, I mean, that's just it's like gimmies, like,
like stuff like that.
These stars is like they're giving them.
Yeah, like let's say he just, and that's too good of a situation to not clear. If you don't clear 1,000, there's an issue.
Yeah.
If he doesn't hit that line, it's gotta be
something happened.
It has to be for the injury.
It's an injury. It's
Damon has under.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Well, Damon, you better relax.
Go ahead, Damon. I know you got an under in there somewhere, bro.
Nah, I'm gonna go one more positive one.
Oh my god.
Most regular season passing touchdowns, I got Joe Burrow. First and goal, fade to T. Higgins. Second and goal, fade to Jamar Chase. Third and goal, fade to Gesicki. Like, somebody's getting the fade right there. Like, Joe Burrow, you know what I'm saying? High octane passing offense. I think the highest odds was like him or Baker. I just feel like, you know, those two probably best receiving cores or up there, at least top 5. But I think Joe Burrow gets this one. T. Higgins, Jamar Chase just got paid. You know, again, brought Gesicki back. You know, you got a pass game with the running backs as well. I think this is just this is a tougher one. But in my opinion, considering the odds, I'm gonna go with Joe Burrow for the passing touchdowns. Just because how much the Bengals pass the ball, and they're gonna be in a lot of shootouts. You know, especially considering they were third in their division last year. So their schedule compared to the
third. You're right.
Yeah, so compared to the Steelers and Ravens, their schedule is easier. So, you know, they'll have some easier games and some easier, you know, favorable matchups. So especially after the season Jamar Chase had, I'm gonna go with Joe Burrow, most regular season passing touchdowns.
I don't know if I should keep the Bengals trend going. This is one I really didn't want to say.
Fuck it.
I don't want to because like I'm not as high on it as I was. But I'll actually pivot to like stay in the AFC North. I got the Browns, even though I'm wearing the Browns jersey, even though I'm a Browns fan. I got the Browns under 4.5 wins, and this is the definition of a dumpster fire team. I mean, literally no idea what the fuck is going on in terms of the quarterback room, the running back room, the wide receiver room. I mean, it's a mess. That's like 12 players just in one sentence. Like, it's a mess. You don't know what's going on. You don't know who's going to emerge. Yeah. One injury away from disaster. People are talking like, oh, the D-line looks good. I'm sure it looks good because if our backups, like if we have to play backups, it gets really, really bad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Our starters are fringe backups. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's playing for a spot. There's only like 2 solidified starters. And it's fucking Myles Garrett and Jerry Jeudy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if like, oh, you playing preseason, like, oh, nobody playing their starters. And we are playing people that are going to be starters.
You're playing people that are going to be starting.
We're playing the best players we have. And like, because the best players we have are team's backups, basically, in my honest opinion. You know what I'm saying? I really don't feel like this team has gotten better anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You could say the defensive line got better because they drafted Mason Graham, who I did think was going to be good. I didn't want him necessarily, but rest of my case, whatever, it is what it is. But, you know what I'm saying? Quarterback room, it sucks. And even last year was bad. And it's like, you know, like, that says a lot. If the quarterback room is still terrible, there's no solution. Running back room, just as bad as last year. You don't know who the fuck is the alpha. If we rock with Jerome Ford, I'm worried. If we're working with Jerry Jeudy, Isaiah Bond, and Cedric and Deontay Johnson is playing late into like preseason games. Like, he is playing in the fourth quarter. You watching like, oh my god, good catch by Deontay Johnson, and you only hear that one time a game.
He's not making the roster.
I don't think so. He's not going to make the roster, and he's just not a guy that's going to make the roster. And also, I want to talk about those first 6 or 7 games against Cincinnati, at Baltimore, against the Packers, at Detroit, versus Minnesota, at Pittsburgh, versus Miami, at New England. Those are actually the first 8. We have no back-to-back home games until we play the Niners on November 30th. So we have to either overperform, which we usually do every other year. We overperform, but can't tell me you gonna think that the Browns can outscore the Bengals or the Ravens week 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? And then go against Green Bay, you know what I'm saying, who are better on paper than us. Go into Detroit, Jared Goff's domain, in the dome, and beat him. That's September. We might walk out on 4 and be like, hey, at least we didn't. You know what I'm saying? At least we have 5 games somehow. At least we didn't somehow have 5 games. You know what I'm saying? Then we got Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Miami, New England. It gets softer, but you know what I'm saying, those road games, I don't see a young team like this who has so much to figure out winning any real tough road games. We won some very, very interesting games. The snow game, like against Pittsburgh.
Oh, James started that game. Yeah.
Crazy game. I was there. I'm like, I don't know how we fucking win the game. Win the game. Beat Baltimore, who I think they dropped like 5 picks. And then the next week he threw like 4 against LA, and I'm like, duh. It's James Winston we're talking about.
All the crazy wins happen with James at quarterback.
And so I'm like, I don't see this team doing much of anything. 4.5 wins is generous. They're plus 400 to have the worst record. The odds are screaming, tell you take the under.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're tied with the Saints, I'm pretty sure. That's a team we're not going to talk about today. I just can't. Like, unless talk about the worst record, you know what I'm saying?
Unless we're taking a lot of unders.
Like, I can't talk about the Saints right now. But I can say, as a Browns fan, I do not see this roster competing at all. I do not see this roster being in contention to anything. You know, and I hate to say this roster's probably, you know what I'm saying, in line with 2016, 2017, where only won one game combined in two seasons. So I'll put it like that. Like, if you want to take under 4.5 for win total, that's one of the only teams I actually looked at their full entire schedule, like position by position. How do you match up? It's terrible.
You simply don't.
It's terrible across the board. So Browns under 4.5. I'm basically banging on the table for that one. Like, there's no way in hell I see us getting 5 wins.
I like that one. I do. My next one, I'm gonna go with the RB1 this year in fantasy, Bijan. Rushing yards set at 1,200.5. Last year, he had close to 1,500. Offense, we had the QB change. They had some pretty rough weeks. I think the offense is going to take a step forward this year with Penix full year under center. Should be a lot more points scored, hopefully. Some connection building with him. I think this line is just too low for how talented Bijan is as a running back. Tyler Algier, each year they're giving him less and less work. They're realizing how good Bijan is. You spend a top 4 pick on him. You got to get this guy the ball. Like, when he touches it, he can just break away for a home run every play. He's just so good. So, like, I think that 1,200 line is just too low. I would easily take the over on that. Like I said, he would be my RB1 in fantasy. Like, I think talent-wise, he's like the best, if not one of the best running backs in the league. He had close to 1,500 yards last year.
He's not TreVeyon Henderson.
Now he's just going to be getting even more work. He only had like a little over 300 carries last year. Like, I think they can get him even more carries than that. And he doesn't even need a lot of carries to hit this number. He's just so explosive. He's so elusive. Like, he can either run through you, break your ankles, doesn't matter. Like, this guy is one talented specimen in the backfield. So to set his line over 250 yards less than what he had last year, like, I just think that's just too low. Like, I'm matching this over, and I think it cashes with like a few games left in the season. Even like, this is a line where I just love.
Yeah, I mean, I took Bijan last year. I was like, this is the crazy. It was like
It was really low last year.
FanDuel, I think it's like 975 or something like
That's
that.
just so
I'm
nasty.
just like, there's no fucking way in hell.
No.
Bijan Robinson is rushing. I was like, he's not getting less than 1,100.
Yeah,
I was being
saying 1,000
generous.
is crazy.
I'm being generous. I'm like, the running back renaissance happened last year, so like nobody expected all these running backs to go crazy. But like, Bijan silently went crazy. Nobody talked about Bijan being like that good, and he was just silently building his case as one of the best running backs in the league. And now everybody's like taking notice, like, all right, well, I guess he is the best running back in the league because he probably is going, you know, running back 1. As you said, like, running back 1 in fantasy, these are multiple sites, like, you know, multiple people taking Bijan as the best running back. And, like, that's money put towards being the best running back in the league this year. And it's like, if that's the case, you have to run the ball a lot. Can't catch everything because you got Drake London out there, obviously. But I took Bijan last year. I'm thinking, like, Kirk Cousins, if he comes in half decent, and he wasn't half decent. He was worse than half decent. Yeah. And he still ran for, you know what I'm saying, almost 1,400. So it's like, I look at Bijan Robinson like, eventually he might break that record one day. He might have a chance to do something crazy like that. So, like, when you bought in line for a contract as running back, him and Gibbs are set to break the market. Yeah. So, you consider stuff like that.
Kyron reset it for a little bit and helped it out a little bit.
He
Made it cheap, but it's
he helped it out till Bijan come out and let me get 4 years. You know what I'm saying, $80 million.
Yeah,
you know
I could literally.
He helped
see
James Cook get paid.
He did. He definitely did.
Niggas was not gonna pay him.
Like, yo, you see what Kyron just got?
Wink.
Wink. Like, you think he better than him, or is it a conversation to be had? If it's a conversation to be had, you got to take his that contract. Overall, we're all on these stars. We're looking at great offenses. You kind of getting the theme here. Good offense, bet on the good offenses, bet on the yards. There's a lot of plays to be had, so make a lot of plays. So, Damian, how you feeling? Next pick.
I'm going to stay in the NFC South. This is one that I really like too, and I'm going to kind of do a combination of what Skyler did earlier. I'm going to go with Penix over his passing yards, which are set at they were low.
Stay on my fucking notes.
Penix is at 3,400 passing yards on most sites right now, and I'm gonna combine that with London over 1,125 receiving yards. He crushed that number. I mean, by like 150 yards, and that was with Kirk Cousins playing quarterback.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins, who was very bad last year, he had very, very few games there. He was good. And London, especially when Penix took over, was a target hog. He had 10 targets in one game and 18 in the next one. The only time he had less than 10 targets was in the game they blew out the Giants.
Yep.
So he's going to see passes. And even with Bijan back there, Penix had good volume. He threw the ball 30-plus times in his 3 starts. So I think he's in a good offense. And I don't think – and London's one of the rare wide receivers where there is really no push for targets in that room. I mean, Darnell Mooney is not bad by any means, but he's not pushing Drake London. Kyle Pitts is Kyle Pitts. Literally their biggest push he has is Bijan Robinson just having a crazy year, how we just talked about.
Yeah.
But I am really, really big on the Falcons this year. This is a team I said could even push the Bucs for that division. I wouldn't even mind betting that along with these 2 lines. I think this offense is going to soar in 2025. I'm really high. Penix was my favorite quarterback in the draft last year. And London, to me, looked like a bona fide wide receiver. He looked like an alpha last year.
Yeah.
He's built like an alpha. He showed that he can be an alpha. He had 9 touchdowns last year with 1,270 yards and 100 catches. So, like I said, I think his targets will be up even more this year, like I said, because you have somebody playing quarterback like Penix, who is not scared to throw the ball.
Yeah. He
throws a good deep ball. He's not afraid to air it out. So that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Love them lefty quarterbacks.
I do. I got a fetish.
I do too. I love them.
So yeah, but those I'm going with those 2. Like I said, I'm taking London, and even if and I like London so much, I even bet him to go for over 1250 again, which is at plus 185 on FanDuel. I'm big for the plus money stuff, especially the milestones. So those are ones that I like.
Yeah. For you, Damon, how you feeling about your next pick?
It's time to get negative, y'all.
Oh,
It's time to
boy,
get
here we go.
negative.
I'm scared.
We're going to the NFC North, y'all. All right, y'all gotta hear me out. JJ McCarthy, 6,000 or 3,000.
6,000.
I'll take the under at 10,000. I'll take
Minus
the
10,000 picks now. We're on to those
take
picks
the
now.
under on
Didn't
that.
know we were betting
Yo,
those.
3,600 for JJ McCarthy. I got under. Jared Goff, 3,900. I got under. All right, I'm gonna start with JJ McCarthy. Sam Darnold threw for 4,000 yards last year. I think with Jordan Addison getting suspended, T.J. Hockenson in and out of the lineup with injury. You got Justin Jefferson, and I think Rondale Moore just got hurt.
He did. He's out for the season.
You got T.J. Hockenson, Justin Jefferson, and blank.
Jalen Naylor.
See, but then, you know what I mean? When you say names like that, it's like, you know what I mean?
It's like,
You know what I mean?
I wonder if he's a real player.
Toughest schedule, or not toughest schedule, but they're in probably the toughest division. And you know, they leaned on Sam Darnold a little bit too much last year, and it fucking backfired. Again, they had a crazy, 2-game stretch. Sam Darnold went from like a 89 in Madden to like a 77. Like, you want to bring up Madden, but JJ McCarthy, that's why I'm going under 3,600. I feel like they're gonna not lean towards him as much. The game is gonna be too fast for him sometimes. He's in a tough ass division. Wasn't asked to do a lot in Michigan. Like, yo, go throw for 500 yards and beat. You know what I'm saying? No, like, never asked to do that. He's not even.
You like, yo, go throw 500 yards.
Go throw for 500 yards. Like, you feel me?
Oh, you can't do that.
Yo, we're gonna sub you out. We're gonna sub you out on this play. Like, what do you mean sub me out? No, yes, they're gonna sub you out, JJ McCarthy. So I don't think. 3,600 probably get you in like the top 10, 11, 12-ish in yards. I don't think JJ McCarthy has that in his first season. I think he's going to take some road bumps, even with him technically being in his quote-unquote second season. But I think it's going to be a lot of road bumps. Obviously, Jet's going to get his 1,000 yards, but everybody else, you know what I'm saying? You got to start dividing shit. So, Jared Goff. Now, the Jared Goff one, I really had to look at. You know what I'm saying? Because Jared Goff, I think half of his seasons went for over 4,000 yards.
Yelling for Jahmyr Gibbs now.
Right.
The reason why I did Jared Goff under, number one, I looked at the 4,000 yard passers. I think last year was like the lowest in like a decade. I think it was like
that's like
6.
4 or 5.
Yeah,
It's
5 or
crazy.
6. And then I think like Geno Smith was one of them. He had to pass himself back into games. Jared Goff was obviously one of them, but Jared Goff just threw for 4,500 yards and almost 40 touchdowns. Clearly a decline is coming. New coordinator, toughest schedule in the league. I think they're going to lean way more on their run game. Teams, I feel like they're going to take away the Lions' offense. They're going to pound the rock against the Lions. They're going to keep the ball away from their offense. Obviously that's their juggernaut of their team. I just see a scenario where Jared Goff's not able to get. 3,900. Probably be top 5, top 6 in yards. I do expect a decline in Jared Goff's game, so that's why I went under with him. It's not like a disrespect towards him, but I just think they're going to be leaning towards more of the run game and how tough that schedule is. I think teams are going to, outsmart them. Like, yo, we can't keep up with Jahmyr Gibbs and J-Mo. let's fucking keep the ball for 8 minutes in this quarter, right? And we kind of seen towards the end of the season, Jared Goff kind of declined. But in terms of how tough their schedule is, I mean, if I read off some of the names on their schedule,
it's tough, dude.
It's just
They
nasty.
they got the Packers week 1. Them division games is tough, man. Ben Johnson comes back week 2. Like, yo, why is Jared Goff throwing it to the Bears DB every play? Like, does Ben Johnson know what he's gonna do? But then you got the Ravens. You got the Browns. But then after that, Bengals, Chiefs, Buccaneers,
that's his inflation
Vikings,
game.
Commanders, Eagles. That's a crazy 6-game stretch where they could dead ass go 3-3, like, or even worse, 2-4, 3-3. So you're gonna see in those 6 games, like, can Jared Goff produce? Can he, elevate his game? I believe the O-line got worse too as well.
They lost one of the best centers in football.
O-line got worse. So
and they lost Jonah. What's his name? Jonah Jackson left them too to go to the Bears.
Worse
guard and
worse
center.
O-line, tougher schedule. It ain't no diss to Jared Goff. I still think he'll have a solid season, but for him to throw for 4,000 yards basically again, I don't see that.
Yeah, they're due for some regression, I'd say.
It's exactly. They've been at the top for a little bit. Overall, to add on to what you're saying, because I feel like it is very important. Like, and I talked to this with your brother, actually, Skyler. He's playing outdoors a lot.
He's an indoor
this year.
demon.
And last year, Skyler was on the podcast, and he said the reason he picked the Lions over in division because they were indoors a lot last
They
year.
were in like 16 out of 17 games last year.
Yeah.
If
So
it
now,
was
like,
indoors, it was fair weather outdoors.
Never was talking about that.
Like,
I'm talking like they start the season off on the road. Then they go on the road against Baltimore, you know what I'm saying? On the road against Cincinnati, on the road against Kansas City, on the road against Philly.
And all cold places too.
Like on the road, you know what I'm saying? On the road to end the season against Chicago. That game it's going to snow.
Yeah.
It's going to be negative 10.
It's gonna be nasty.
You know what I'm
throwing
saying?
maybe 20 yards.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
If they even allow him to throw enough to get to
And Chicago could play hard just because Ben
That's
Johnson.
the last
They
game of
gonna
the
play
season.
hard
That
as
might
shit.
be for the division. You never know.
Ben Johnson knows what he wants to do, like you said.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Yo, why is Prime Eddie Jackson back there?
Prime Eddie Jackson.
Like, why is he back there?
Like, who is that?
Like Jackson.
I don't know, but he doesn't have the same jersey as you, bro. So you have to go tackle him. I'm building off of what Damian said. I like the Penix yards line. I like the Penix touchdown line. This is simple. A plus B equals C. All right. Kirk Cousins had 18 touchdowns last year. Penix had 3 touchdowns last year. That equals 21 pass touchdowns. Penix line is at 18.5 touchdowns. So if that offense has 21 pass touchdowns again, and Penix starts all 17 games, therefore Penix is going to succeed past this
Okay,
line.
that's nice actually.
That's basically all it comes down to. Penix and healthy last year, you know what I'm saying, 3 games, he only threw for 3 touchdowns 3 games they started. That's not a great pace. That's only 17 touchdowns out of 17 game pace. But I look at it like this. He wasn't asked to do a lot against the Giants.
Yep.
Out of nowhere, he's asked to uptick his volume, and then he has, I think, a 2-touchdown game.
Against the Commanders.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
A hot Commanders team.
He looks great. And then he has he has 2 touchdowns against the Panthers.
Panthers,
sorry,
yeah,
you know
0 against. He had 0
So,
against what's it called?
He looked good when he had to look good, and I do expect him to have more responsibility. This is an offense I expect to take a big jump, and I feel like if he develops any chemistry with Drake London, you know what I'm saying, and if he keeps, Darnell Mooney came out, I think he had 90 yards last year. That's no fluke. I do think that Darnell Mooney is that kind of receiver. I do think he is that kind of talent. So when I look at 18.5 touchdowns, it does feel kind of disrespectful, but also I do want to say, and I'll put this as a disclaimer, Jalen Hurts had 18 last year. Now, the only reason I bring up Jalen Hurts is because what's the main difference between Jalen Hurts and Michael Penix? Jalen Hurts is going to run in 13, 14, 15 rush touchdowns.
Yeah.
Michael Penix is going to run in 0.
Yeah, he don't run.
If Michael Penix is running in 15 touchdowns, then he's quarterback 1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like then we got other conversation to have. There's no rushing threat to him. Like he's not going to just vulture his own pass touchdowns. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's not gonna it's the times you watch Jalen Hurts like, damn, what you threw it to AJ Brown, because I have AJ Brown on fantasy where I
He
need
ran
AJ
it in.
Brown and it's like he just had a 13-yard run. Why? AJ Brown's wide open on the out rail. That's just how you gotta have those growing pains, those quarterbacks. Jaden Daniels, barely over 20 passing touchdowns. Even though Terry McLaurin went crazy for him, he's still barely, you know what I'm saying? Like 20 touchdowns is not some easy feat now.
No, it's
because quarterbacks are not, you know what I'm saying?
It's not the passing league it once was.
Yeah, they're not, throwing it as, fourth and 1 at the 1. They're gonna try to push their quarterback in. But, with Penix, he's real slender. slight build. I like his arm a lot better than a lot of people. I feel like I think he's an elite thrower of the football.
That's what I was
think
thinking.
he has
Like,
one
that's
of the
why I
best
liked him so
arms
much.
last year. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know he was gonna go as early as he did, but he did. And I believe in this offense to take a step with him. If he's half decent, bring on that word for Kerry Cousins last year, bring on this year. If Michael Penix is half decent, he's probably throwing for 22, 24. Realistically, based off of Zach Robinson, that's around the number that, as offensive coordinator, he's floating around. With Matt Stafford there, I think he had like 22, 24 another season, and he had 21 as a team last year. Yeah. That's about where he floats around. It's going to be very hard to have Drake London, who could probably catch 9, like you said, 9, go up to 10, 11. Bijan Robinson, who might get you 4 or 5. Mooney can get you 3 or 4. Pitts can get you 2. That's about 20 right there. I'm not talking about the Cardell Hodges, who had game
or Ray McCloud,
or Ray McCloud, who had about 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? This is just like, these aren't like the facts I'm talking about. Maybe Tyler Algier makes in 2 for you, just because he's bored, he want to get 2. You know what I'm saying? So really, I do see Penix really taking off, but I want to keep it. I want to be honest. 22 to 24 is probably what you're gonna be at. It might be a little bit of sweat if you come out and have 2 back-to-back games where Bijan Robinson might have 3 touchdowns back-to-back games.
Yeah.
Like, all right, my bad. He got 16 touchdowns. We enter in week 16. We worry. But overall, I think Michael Penix is probably, going to take off with this offense because he's just that kind of player.
Yeah, I'm really high on Penix.
And mind you, he elevated the stock of Roma Dunze, Jalen McMillan, and Jalen Polk. So I'll just say Michael Penix is probably.
You said Jalen Polk.
Oh shit, my
No,
fault. I didn't know that was a trigger word.
you
My fault. That's trigger word.
Demon.
That's a trigger word. That's a trigger word.
He
But
might be on that team though.
he might be on that team.
About
But
2 weeks.
I do believe in this Falcons offense overall. I feel like we all hit the nail on the head on everybody that we need to.
Yeah, that offense should be good. All right, my next line that I love go with a rookie here, TreVeyon Henderson.
You took mine.
That man is too good, too explosive, just to be held back by Ramondre Stevenson. His rushing line is at 700.5. I think he assumed the starting role within the first month of the year. Like we see what this guy is doing in the preseason. First time he touches the football, 100-yard kick return. Come on.
Yeah, it's great.
Give him the ball on offense. What do he do? Rip off a 20-yard run.
He's the best player in the league.
Like he's so explosive. You're telling me
He's
you're,
so good.
you're gonna
Somebody-
hold him
somebody
back
got him.
for
Somebody got
Ramondre
him on that
Stevenson?
team. It's
Like
crazy.
you're gonna hold this guy back for Ramondre Stevenson? That's what you're gonna tell me?
No
The
fucking
guy who can't hold on to the football, the guy who's really not a good running back.
His main
He
threat
had
is
his
Antonio
moments,
Gibson.
but like that's a TreVeyon. Like dude was elite at Ohio State. Thought he was better than Judkins. I'm looking at it even more now. Like this,
Now you see it.
like this guy, he
He
just
Judkins over Henderson.
like Ramondre had almost 900 yards last year. He was hurt. What the hell is all the time? So you're telling me if Ramondre not playing every game can get close to 900 yards, you're telling me TreVeyon can't get over 700? You're telling me Ramondre can be the obstacle there? Like, and we expect Drake May to be better. We expect that offense to take a step forward. And who can help propel that? This elusive, crazy dude in the backfield who can give him the ball, he gonna run off for 50 yards. Like, I think this line's just too low. I could see him touching 1,000 if he becomes a starter within the first month, like I expect him to do. This line is criminally low. They're giving out money. Like I already placed this. I think this is a line that is just way too low for a guy of this caliber. For any running back that can just explode for 80-yard touchdown run on any given play, to have a line that low.
Yeah, it's like you.
Like
got you,
I could see him having 200 yards in one game and off of like 10 touches. He's like an 8-chain. He's like those type of backs that was just you can't catch up to them. They break through that first hole. They find that first gap. They're running past everybody.
Yeah.
So I think this is a line that I've seen and I just loved it off rip. I was like, I gotta take this.
Yeah. Just to add to that, Mike Vrabel's the coach. He likes to run the ball.
So
He
he loves that ground and pound all day.
It's just showing that like he trusts TreVeyon. He has like some of the best vision in the NFL already. Like it's actually pretty fucking crazy. He scored back-to-back weeks in the preseason. He's the best player in the league right now. I'm just like I don't know what else to tell you. Like somebody has him on their team. I don't. I can't talk about second round rookies. I can't. One of them, I don't even. We ain't even signed nigga yet. I don't know.
If he holds up in that pass protection, he'll be on the field.
And he's the best pass protector as
Like-
running back in the draft.
Like, come on. Like, this guy should not be coming off the field that much for Ramondre Stevenson. He just shouldn't be.
But,
I shouldn't see Ramondre Stevenson out there realistically after week two.
Just to spell TreVeyon.
I need one of those. Yo, come in for the kneel play.
Like, yo, TreVeyon defend us 6 times in a row.
I would like as a Patriots fan, I do like that line. Obviously my thing is I want to keep him as fresh as possible because I think he's just as dangerous in the pass game too. Like I think like 1,500 scrimmage yards for him.
Oh,
would
yeah.
be good. Like good little bar from the set. And I know like Josh McDaniels, like his running backs, Antonio Gibson may get a 3rd and 17. Like, we know we're not gonna get this shit, but you're in the NFL, take this HB draw, get us 17 yards.
That's crazy.
I do think like TreVeyon Henderson got
gut,
special
bro.
teams, special teams, pass game, but definitely in the run game. I think the Patriots. I don't know about their pass protection, but I know their run blocking is gonna be good. So I do like that line.
He's that prototypical bat that McDaniels loves too, like James White, Neon Lewis. He loves those guys, whether it be catching passes or running the ball. Like he gonna use.
He's like you went to Madden and you edit player on James White, you just up to speed. You know what I'm saying? You up to speed. You lowered his catching a little bit. You know what I mean? Shout out to James White. You might have lowered his catching a little bit, but you up to speed. You gave him a receding hairline. You made it from Ohio State, and he's quick as shit.
He's quick as shit.
I hear receding hairlines, and I'm quick as fuck. So I don't know what goes with that, but if that's the case, if that's the meta, then give me the meta. For you, Damon, you got any other picks?
I got a fun one here, and I'm just going to do this one just because I was looking at it, and I can't believe FanDuel always does these little stupid, like, special prop ones.
Oh, yeah.
All right, bro, so let's have some fun with it. Travis Hunter to record 75 catches and 2 interceptions at plus 250. That's a nasty-ass odds. Plus 250 for that is crazy. FanDuel, you deserve to be shut down for that.
Yeah, that is
But we're going to do something. I'm going to take it for fun because I do think – we talked about it last week. I do think Travis Hunter is definitely going to profile. Huh?
Hunter Travis?
Yeah, Hunter Travis. Yo, the white picture was crazy. I do think he's going to we talked about it last week. I do think he's going to start as a wide receiver 2 on this team. I do think he plays more often. Yes. Like, come on. You look like Kevin Hart in that big movie.
It's like, he like D's. Like, shit, coach, am I getting in the game? His whole dialogue changes off just being, you know what I'm saying, Hunter Travis instead of Travis.
But I do think he's wide receiver 2 on this team, obviously behind Brian Thomas. I do think because their offense, they don't have as many weapons, he probably starts there. But I don't think they're going to limit him from being corner. I've always liked him better as a corner. I think his ball skills help him out as a corner. Yeah. I think he translates to the NFL better as a corner. So I mean, I think just for like fun, just because I gave like my more serious lines already, I just kind of like that. I don't want to go all year without a Travis Hunter line. Yeah. Just because he is a special kind of talent. So I'm gonna roll with that one just for the fun of it, and we'll see what happens with this Jags team.
How you feeling, Mike? You got any more picks?
I got some ones that like I really don't have to explain. Like some ones I.
You got to explain.
Oh, they're just easy. They're just give me.
Gotta explain.
The NFC South to have more regular season wins than the AFC South plus 130 on FanDuel. I mean,
so you think the NFC South is better?
So you don't think the Colts are
the
going to get
Bucks?
10
I think
wins?
the Bucks and Falcons they might clear them niggas dolos. You give me Bryce Young, probably 6-7 games on top of that.
Entity Richardson.
I don't know about that. Next one, plus 100. Eagles, Chiefs, and Ravens to each make the playoffs. If something crazy happened, then you know what I'm saying. If that don't hit, I'm putting that one with the Devon Achane all-time leading rushing yards one. I'm putting
that's
that
not
one
a bad bet.
Put $2 in there, $7 billion.
W bet.
You know what I'm saying? Another one, the AFC South, they have fewer than 30.5 wins. You clearly see how I feel about the AFC South. Dolphins, Browns, Saints, and Titans each miss the playoffs.
Come on, son.
Speak about it.
Shots fired over
Hey,
there.
man.
Nah, speak about it.
I feel, first of all, the
Basically,
Dolphins and
run
Browns
it back
is
to
not that-
last year and we're good.
The Dolphins and Browns is not that bad, bro. To be categorized with them is a little crazy.
Shit, I'd rather the Titans.
But, you know what I'm saying?
At least they get to play the
quarterback.
fucking Colts and shit.
what I mean?
We gotta play the Ravens.
Dolphins got to play the Patriots and the Bills.
Now, the
I
one
can't play
I
the
am,
Jets 6 times.
the-
a year.
You hit the
the
Jets
two
twice a
ones,
week.
the two ones I am going to explain. Aaron Rodgers under 3,200 yards. I'm sorry you're getting a Derek Carr treatment this year. Unfortunately, I do not think the way
for
you
Aaron
looking,
Rodgers.
the way first of all you're trying to duck the preseason. You're old as
Retire.
shit.
Everybody you pick retires. So Jared Goff, I'm worried about him. I'm worried about JJ McCarthy, and I'm really worried about Aaron
I ain't
Rodgers.
gonna lie, man. Like you ducking preseason for a reason. You look old as shit in the practices.
Old
Your
as shit.
offense is not looking valid. I ain't gonna lie, gang. You're not hitting 3,200.
Yo,
You're
I'm
not.
old
I don't know
as
if you're gonna get benched or you're just not gonna play. Something's gonna give where you're not gonna hit 3,200.
Yo, you're close.
He threw like 3,700, 800 last year on the Jets, but you know they were down. You know they got to throw themselves back into the game. It was a national televised game, so he got to show out. Like he threw 2 touchdowns to Alan Lazard, Gary Wilson. It's like, no, you're not doing that this year. I think they got a Christmas game, so that might be Aaron Rodgers' best game. Might be his last game. You really look at him. So
Yeah, he hates families.
from September to December, you know what I mean. It might scare you, but you know what I'm saying. Them last 3-4 weeks, Aaron Rodgers gonna shit the bed, bro. That's the Steelers in general will shit the bed. He just so happened to be the quarterback. So going under 3,200 for Aaron Rodgers. And his last one, y'all, just for fun, we doing funsies one. Titans to win more than 5.5 games and the Patriots to win 7.5 games. I look at the Titans schedule. I'm like, yo, there's no way they can't split a game with the AFC South, right? They
Basically,
might win 2
right?
Anthony,
Like, they
might win 2
can.
on Anthony Richardson. I ain't gonna lie, they might win 2 on him. No
Entity.
disrespect. You know what I mean?
Entity.
So we gonna give him 3. We gonna give him 3 wins.
Entity
off the bat.
Richardson.
You know what I mean? We gonna give them 3 wins off the bat. But they play teams, you know what I mean? You go to their schedule, they play the Saints. That could be a win. You know, they might be fighting for number 1 pick. You know, teams like the Raiders, you know, they could compete with. Like, there's teams to where, you know, say they got 3 games, 1 in November, you know, they probably bottom of the one of the bottom ones. They could win like 2 or 3 more games at the end of the season. So, I could see them winning that one, and then the Patriots win 7.5 games. I think the Patriots are favored in most of their games. Way improved roster, one of the easier schedules in the league. So, you know, Drake May. If you ask me, do I believe in Drake May? The answer is yes. So, if Drake May can give me 8 wins, and give me 8 wins. So, you know, they made improvements on both sides of the ball. So I'm gonna go with that one as my last one. Titans to win more than 5.5 games, and Patriots to win more than 7.5. Plus 185 on FanDuel.
I ain't got no like I do want to talk about my MVP pick, but I'm just not banging on the table for it. If y'all want to see it, then go get my Discord, and you gotta pay me $50 a month for a pick. And then when I give out losing picks, y'all gonna be mad. But I feel like I got a more fun one. It's around the Josh Allen odds. You know what I'm saying? If y'all admired by the Josh Allen picks, like, this is the one I feel like it might not be as easy because Josh Allen was like literally a layup to me last year. This one, I'll talk about each one. So this is a mouthful. Tet 750, Wilson 1000, Jettas 1250, Neighbors 1250. Tet's number 1 on offense. Got Bryce Young, great deep ball thrower. I don't see a way in hell that Tet doesn't clear this line. I think he has shown that he was the best wide receiver in the class last year now. He's proven it in the preseason. He's showing that he can be the alpha. He doesn't need much to clear 750. We talked about explosive players. Tet is an explosive player. Even after the catch, he's not even that high point guy either. He catch a crossing route over the middle of the field. That shit might go for 6. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's that kind of player. So Tet 750 is like TreVeyon Henderson 750. It's like, come on now, like, puts a little bit more respect on these guys that can make it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make
just because they're rookies.
Nothing out of something. Like, those are these kind of guys. Garrett Wilson, 1,000-yard receiver in his sleep, basically. He feels his new age, Terry McLaurin. Like, no matter who the quarterback is out there, somehow, some way, it might not be pretty. It might not be, you know what I'm saying, the best in the world, but he going to somehow find a way to 1,000 yards. Now, I did write that it's the best quarterback play he's had. That might be a lie because Justin Fields is actually horrible. But 1,000 yards is very telling for a talent like Garrett Wilson. This is a make-or-break year for the Jets, I feel like, before they potentially go after that franchise quarterback, you know, again, you know, in the draft. Because I did think they probably should have, you know, taken a quarterback still, but it is what it is. It is life, you know what I'm saying? You can't always get a quarterback.
Right.
It takes longer than you think. And, you know, and last year was like, really wasn't a fan of, you know, what Aaron Rodgers was doing with Garrett Wilson, especially early in the season. Then when he got Devontae Adams, he gets more targets. Not sure how that went.
The whole thing was just a mess.
There's a mess out there, but 1,000-yard receiver in his sleep, it is what it is. Next up, you know what I'm saying, Jetta's 1,250 in his sleep. He's always been on pace for this. He's always been that kind of receiver. And the season that he didn't get 1,250, he only played 10 games, was his best season. I think he averaged the most yards per game. I think it was like 107 yards per game. He's that good. Yeah. He's really that good. I think overall, though, we kind of do have to consider that J.J. McCarthy might be a slight downgrade. Same reason that Damon said they might not lean on the pass game as much. Mm-hmm. But it's still Jettas. It's still talking about Jettas. Jordan Addison is suspended for the first, 3-4 games? Hey, you know what I'm saying? And those are some dogfights early in the season. I do think he's going to get targeted 15, 16, 17 times in those games.
I will only say the reason I don't agree with, I don't love J.J. McCarthy, but I
asked that.
Sorry. I was just going to say Jettas made Nick Mullins look good. That's what I was trying to get.
No, my fault.
You don't love national champion J.J. McCarthy?
No, because you were saying he quarterback proof. This is
that's what I was trying to get to. Yeah. I didn't mean to bring up J.J. McCarthy only, but I was just say he's had worse quarterbacks.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's looked good. That's the only reason why I say that.
Yeah, but I didn't ask, so don't do that shit again. Yeah, don't do that shit again. And last but not least, the quarterback proof player probably of last year, Malik Neighbors. I mean, killed it. Absolutely killed it. 46 yards short of 1,250. I'd be lying if I didn't say, like, I generally think that he could lead the league in receiving yards, realistically, because I do think Russell Wilson is a huge upgrade. Jackson Dart looks great. And Jameis Winston, what he did with Jerry Jeudy, I'm saying, like, think about it. Jerry Jeudy, Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like Jerry Jeudy up there.
Talent-wise, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And you combine all these there's better odds than the Josh Allen. I think it's like plus 1,100. I might throw a few units on this because I do really feel confident in these 4 players. Like Malik Neighbors, like, is the definition of a guy that I think it can be wide receiver one in fantasy, can be, you know what I'm saying, the next great wide receiver in the league. Nobody really coming in next year, I think, that could threaten that. I don't think Tet is going to be there anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? It's really not many threats, but, you know what I'm saying, there are plenty of options you can shuffle out and shuffle in for these players. Like I said, if you want to take out Tet and you don't like Tet, put in Devontae Smith, and the odds are still great. It's like plus to 1,100. You know what I'm saying? Devontae Smith, 750 in his sleep. You know what I'm saying? These are guys that can do this shit in their sleep because they're that good. So, but Malik Neighbors, like, the definition of quarterback proof. He had Daniel fucking Jones back there. You know what I'm saying? And he was putting up numbers. And you know, he wasn't getting a lot of, you know, deep targets, which I think that's going to change this year. He got guys that low-key look like they want to sling the ball over him and want to give him a lot of volume. I don't know. I don't want to say too much about Malik Neighbors because certain people are taking Malik Neighbors in drafts for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Not going to say no names, but the nigga they interrupted me, took him. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why he stopped, because he want me to talk good about him. But I like Malik Neighbors. I think Malik Neighbors, like I said, can be that guy. 1,250, I feel like is very obtainable. He cleared it last year. Well, he could have cleared it last year. He had missed 2 games, the concussions. He was partying and shit. That looked crazy. But, you know what I'm saying, they try to create drama out of Malik Neighbors. He's still a humble young nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's him.
He's still built for this.
As long as he on the field, he's gonna be the best probably player on the field every time he steps out there. And as long as that's the case, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna be on pace. It's very hard for me to see Malik Neighbors not clearing 1,250 this year, as long as he is healthy. And even if he does miss a game or 2, I still think he does, because that volume and the depth of targets are only gonna increase. So,
yeah, LSU receiver, man. Like,
yeah.
If Terrence Marshall go off next year, like, man, we got to start.
He might be the only bust LSU ever produced.
Like, ever.
Yeah, if you were drafting the first 2 rounds, you got to be good from LSU.
Yeah.
After that, it was like, it is whatever.
Oh, speaking of, I didn't see no Brian Thomas Jr.
Because he didn't play until Mac Jones started playing. Bro.
Damn, I ain't see that. That's another one I would have.
Yeah, I was looking at Brian Thomas. He's a tricky one. He's a really tricky one.
It's tough because Mac Jones not there no more. So
that's what I'm saying. Trevor Lawrence not like this.
So now he got to look elsewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Reno just reached. Oh, he's about to get.
You got anybody else, Skyler, you want to let us know about?
Yeah. So we gave out a bunch of lines today, a bunch of good lines. I agree with a lot of it. Now I'm gonna give you our real money makers. We gonna get some award predictions out here.
Real money makers.
We hit get on them last year. All you gotta do is hit on one, and you typically you're gonna profit.
Listen, Matthew Judon is not getting 12 sacks.
Absolutely not. Not that.
He's not going to win. He's not going to lead the league in sacks.
Why didn't he? He just signed with a good team.
So we changed the meaning of the word good, I guess. Right. Ignore that. But yeah, so people play off of some of the lines and some of the stuff we said today. Offensive player of the year. I think this is amazing value here. I'm going with Ceedee Lamb plus 2,000 on every major book pretty much. I think that is great value on a guy who could really realistically lead the league in receiving yards, receptions, receiving touchdowns. He could go for the Triple Crown like Chase did last year, because he's in almost the same scenario Chase was last year. Yes, he had the work QB, but that's not like terrible, and he's going to throw the ball a lot. And that's what I'm looking at here. I'm looking at passing volume, which is going to give me that receiving volume for that number one receiver. We've seen Lamb explode before for a great season. I see that coming again this year. So if I can get it plus 2,000, so you throw $10, you win $200. I can easily see him getting 1,600 plus yards, 90 plus catches, double-digit touchdowns. I think that is great value there. I love that all day. And then I got offensive rookie of the year. Again, is it going with one of my predictions here? TreVeyon Henderson plus 1,600. He assumed that starting role early. It's all about key moments, flashy plays. That's what drives a lot of these awards sometimes. He can have a lot of those. He can have a lot of flashy plays, a lot of big moments. Like, if you're going to have their eyes on the kid, it's going to be hard to take your eyes off him once they're on him. So I think plus 1,500 for a guy like this, really good value there. I think it's worth putting your little sprinkle out that, try it out. And then my last award here that I have, we were actually talking about it a little pre-show. Defensive Player of the Year, Jared Verse. We saw this guy last year, rookie year, absolute dog. Like, this is the next dominant pass rusher for LA. I expect him to really anchor that defense a lot this year. Like he said, I think they're going to win the division, be a great team, maybe make the Super Bowl. Who knows? You know who's going to be a big factor in that? The play of Jared Verse. If he starts really getting to the QB more, getting sacked, his sack number can go up a lot. He could have had a lot more sacks last year. He gets those sacks this year. I think at plus 1,500, this is great value on a guy whose odds are they're gonna shrink as the year goes on. He's gonna start getting to that QB. He's gonna get the pressure, get the sacks. I think plus 1,500 is a great value for him there.
Yeah, I don't know why. I feel like even teams like LA, like just Matthew Stafford played I don't know. It's like they played so good in the cold in the playoffs last year. It's like them niggas is in LA. Like, why is Jared Verse going fucking berserk? Like, he had all types of swim moves and going under.
Mind you, went to Florida State too, by the way.
Yeah, right.
There's no reason.
Why is he going crazy? Like, yo,
just a beast.
And I like how he called his shot. He was basically saying, like, I'm not worried about the Eagles. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna play my game out, man. And then people are like, aha, you lost. It's like, bro, I had 2.5 seconds.
I had my best game of my career.
I had a strip sack. I played my part. I put us in position to win. Like, it just didn't win. Jared Verse, that dude though. I love Jared Verse. I think he's I'm between him and Will Anderson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I feel like it's one of them
nice.
coming up this year.
And Will's odds are like plus 700, plus 800. So you're not getting a greater value. You're getting double the value with someone like Verse.
Like if I had to pick, I'm going with the better value because I do feel like they're on even playing fields.
That's what you gotta look for in your betting the worthy future.
TreVeyon Henderson went off as a rookie year, bro. I might come on here with
a
backflip, bro.
I'm quitting the show.
I might come on here with a couple
I honestly agree with the TreVeyon Henderson one a lot because I'm like you said, it's about the flashy plays. So when he hit that silencer in Buffalo, he do these.
All right, relax.
You know what I'm saying? He do these.
He do silencer.
He do these. Break the arrow.
You know what I mean? I'm back there. Y'all hear somebody screaming? Ah! Let's go!
Like I'm telling you, like if like you said, like what you said, like combined for like what 1,200, 1,300 scrimmage yards, like that's a win. If he overperforms at all, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna be in the conversation throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? Only person I feel like really can push him, obviously, is Genty because I feel like his workload is just going to be just so heavy on the ground compared to TreVeyon. It's more going to be more towards the passing game. Genty's great, but the odds, you know what I'm saying? You got to get, you want the value, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's all these awards are. You want to get value.
Yeah,
it's so hard to predict these. You want to try and get the value plays. And that's what paid off last year. We got Allen at plus 900. You throw $100, you want to drain.
And they had boost out there. They had a boost out there. They had a plus 200. You know what I'm saying? Now you know what I'm saying? You only add them to your money. And that's all it is really. Is find those odds. You know what I'm saying? With the futures, futures are fun and odds are odds. But if you give me a chance to let TreVeyon Henderson, like I might not bet him week 1 because I don't know the situation. But if you give me a 17-week sample for him to get 700 yards, 750, whatever the line was. That is like, and it's the same odds as him to get 50 yards in a week. Like, I'd rather just play my odds and just say, all right, 700 yards over 17 games. Even if you miss a game, I'm good. I'm not stressing it out because that random game he has 90, 100, maybe 110 yards.
It's a big.
You just excelled the whole process.
That's what I was gonna say. And Ramondre Stevenson had a fumble problem last year, but it's like you were so ass.
I honestly don't think Ramondre Stevenson is gonna start. It's gonna.
He really should. He said fumble problem.
Really,
he had like 10 fumbles last year, and then Jerome was like, he's not gonna start, and then Antonio Gibson get negative 4 yards. Ramondre Stevenson plays the rest of the season, so it's like, you know what I mean. Now you don't have to lean on Ramondre Stevenson. Like you could put TreVeyon Henderson in the game. Josh McDaniels a better play caller than Van Pelt, so we'll see, man. If he win that though, I'm coming on here dragging it. Like I don't got a Drake May jersey yet. I might have to buy the Henderson jersey first. Like I might have to. But the last 10 I bought for New England, you know what I'm saying?
Stud.
Talk about it. Like
be like
where
that,
is it?
man.
Where is it though?
Be like that, man. But yeah, overall, like I said, we try to find those odds for y'all because we like to make money. We're here to make money. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And when you hit those futures, man, you literally feel like the smartest player, like the smartest man.
Feel ahead of the game.
Like hitting that Josh Allen bet was like, man, that's just like I was banging on the table for that. And like that shit hit. I really never like doubted it besides like midseason where I was like, all right, well, maybe one bad game or one little small injury. Josh Allen could decide it. But by the time I got to week 15, I'm like, the media is just they're pushing it.
Had the moment.
Once Tony Romo start gassing you up.
And said when the media is pushing you, and that's why I really wanted to say my MVP, but y'all gotta get in the Discord. I'm just saying, $50 a month. You know what I'm saying? If I lose y'all money, that's on y'all. It's not on me, it's on y'all. Because y'all give me bad luck. But if the media is pushing you, I'm saying, look what the media is doing. The media is pushing out TreVeyon Henderson. Pushing him out there, letting y'all know, like, yo, this running back, mad explosive. He's real good. You know what I'm saying? This this quarterback is really good. We love him, the best thrower of the football. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to stuff like that. Pay attention when they say certain parts of their team is bad. So it elevates them when they play really good.
That's true. That's true. Like that. Hey, I got the MVP in the AFC East. I'm gonna go with whoever drafts wide receiver and tight ends for the Bills. I think he's the most valuable player, most valuable person in the league. His ability to draft Kincaid, Keon Coleman.
Holy shit.
I love that. You know what I'm saying? His ability to pass up on Xavier Worthy, players like that. He has to be the most valuable player.
Why am I here?
I mean, he's really the only reason we can even compete. Because Josh Allen had an all-pro receiver right now. I mean, all-pro tight end. Like,
then I'll be talking about Josh Allen.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. Like, he's keeping the AFC East competitive. So he's MVP.
That was rude.
I ain't got nothing else to say really. We are drafted right now. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm drafting that dominant team and win this league.
Yeah, I'm not drafting yet.
He not drafting.
I can give y'all 10 more. You know what I mean, right now.
I go all day, but I don't feel like it.
Terry McLaurin, over under 5.5 games played. Like, you know what I'm saying? Micah Parsons, what team he gonna be on? Like,
yeah, shit like that.
Like Micah Parsons playing in the AFC South.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Baby,
plus 1,000.
Micah Parsons get a 1-day contract to play week 1 because all their eyes are gonna be on him. And then
he loves CJ Stroud, man. I don't know how, but
You really do.
With that being said, thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate all the support. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Like the video, getting the giveaway from Devon, $150 2K coming to y'all. I can't confirm that's true or not, but if you do like the video, it is a possibility that it is true. So make sure you like the video. Make sure you comment. You got your guys' futures, which ones you agree with, which one you disagree with. Subscribe because, you know what I'm saying, we'll be tracking the futures throughout the week. Different episodes throughout the week. Obviously, with the football season coming up, more reactions. I want to say we got him coming out soon, which is a football movie, starring Marlon Wayans. We're going to be talking about that because a lot of theories I've been seeing, I'll talk to you about that because, hey, man, I ain't going to lie. That might be my movie of the year, no lie. So make sure y'all locked in for us because we appreciate all the support and want to give y'all good content. So see you guys on the next one.